Welcome to Lloyd's List. Richard Clayton, our new chief correspondent.
Thank you, Anastasios. It's really good to be joining you.
So you're coming to us with some 30 years of experience. You started in broking before moving into maritime journalism. So I'd like to tap some of that experience and ask you a few questions today. And my first question is about digital disruption. We hear about that a lot, but should the shipping industry be seeing this as an opportunity or as a threat?
Digital disruption can be either an opportunity or a threat. Just as we've got used to digitalization, suddenly they come up with a new concept, and that's disruption as a result of digitalization. The problem isn't a single issue. It's a whole raft of issues that are coming at the industry at the same time. So we can't bat them away one at a time. We have to rethink the way our industry works. Part of the issue here is the old-fashioned nature of shipping and the old-fashioned ways of thinking. And we're thinking of digitalization as something you add on to your existing business, but it can't be that. It must be a part of the way you do your business. So the companies that will do well and see digitalization as an opportunity are those that embrace change, those that bring in new ways of thinking, and new recruits who are comfortable with the digital world. The companies that are going to suffer are those that fail to share their data, fail to understand how quickly this whole process is moving, and seem determined to stick to the old ways.
And where do you see this disruption actually coming from?
The disruption will come from outside shipping. Shipping has been behind the curve for a long time. Other industries, automotive, aviation, they're way ahead of where we are. But of course there are a lot of links between aviation and the maritime sector, so a lot of the lessons that they've learned are now being applied to the maritime sector. So yes, it's coming from outside rather than inside, and we must stop thinking of shipping as a special industry that is in a cocoon of its own. It's not. Our customers don't think of shipping as special, they think it as part of the end-to-end supply chain. So we must embrace this new technology, even if it's coming from outside.
You've written a lot about the transformation that's going to happen in the shipping industry over the next 5 years. In your opinion, who will succeed, and perhaps more crucially, who will fail?
Digital transformation is really interesting because of the pace at which it's growing. What it's really about is a change of culture, a change of way that we think about how we run our businesses. But it's also about data. Data is the core of this digital world that we're living in. Data is powerful when it's shared. It's analyzed, we create partnerships out of the use of data. And the companies that will do well are those that understand that sharing data is not a disadvantage. It can actually bring us closer to our customers, such as manufacturers, ports and terminals, end users. The ones that will really struggle are those that keep the data to themselves or only share a little bit of that data because they see it as a threat if you offer some of your crown jewels to your partners. Also, those companies will suffer if they will not bring in fresh people, young people, people who are comfortable with data, people who use data every day and don't see this as something you add on to your business. Data and this new culture is the shipping industry of the future. So we must tackle the problems of the future and not keep reverting to the past.
And what does the shipping industry need to do to attract young talent?
The industry needs to attract new recruits, and it needs to do it in a very special way. When I look at websites of companies, and there's a drop-down box that says About Us, and the worst thing you can put on that drop-down box is we've been here for 100 years or 200 years. Who cares? What I'm interested in, what the new generation is interested in, is what are your ambitions? What is the size of the goals that you've set for yourselves, and can I be part of those goals? So when you're attracting people, I'm not interested in how big your company is or how long it's been established, but what are the goals and what can I do to help you achieve them? I think if you go down that road, set yourself goals, set yourself an ambitious pathway, those are the companies that will attract the brightest and the best of the new generation.
How do you see maritime media, and especially Lloyd's List, changing amid this digital transformation that you spoke about?
The maritime media has changed out of all recognition over the past 20 years. We've had telex, we've had fax, we've had email and websites, we've got social media and instant news, and everybody is now in the same place. So what marks Lloyd's List out as different? Well, one of the areas that I really think Lloyd's List does well is that rather than sitting on the outside and looking into the industry and reporting what's happening over there, Lloyd's List is very much part of the industry, very much engaged in the conversations that are going on. The quality of the opinion and the comment that Lloyd's List offers is something the industry loves to have. I've read so many occasions and spoken to so many people who say, I look for Lloyd's List's view on that. You can't say any better than that. This is where they come for their comment. And I think when you look at the future of the maritime media, it's not the news so much as the comment that's going to drive us to a higher place.
Thank you very much, Richard, and we look forward to reading more of your insight on Lloyd's List.